As it stands now, you are going to receive a 0% interest in 2023, which is a haircut, 5% only interest for the institutional bondholders, including banks, pension funds, insurance firms, etc., 5% in the 2024, and then 10% 2025 till maturity. This is assuming you still are waking up and don't know what's happening in the last few days. So that's the basis, and that's the haircut that government is imposing on you. So then government says, well, we are doing that. We are asking you to take that significant haircut, right? So we need to also meet you halfway. So in the 2023 budget, government then presents additional measures to trim down its afro, right? So what did government propose to do to trim down their afro? 50% cuts in full allocations to public political appointees is one of them. A ban on the use of V8s and V6s or equivalent except in cross-country. Then there was limited budget allocations for purchase of vehicles as well, which was put up. We put a 3 question marks there. When you say limited budget allocation for purchase of vehicles, what exactly is that? The overriding common theme you see, it is a vagueness of the afro cuts, because the afro cuts do not put numbers to the cuts. But when you go to the people's haircut numbers, it is tangible, right? Because when they say 0% tangible, 5% tangible, 10% tangible, you can touch the people's haircut. But why can't you not touch the government's afro cut? It's a very fair question to ask. Because look at them, 50% cut in full allocation. Yeah, you can touch that. Ban on the use of V8s. Who is monitoring that? Who is monitoring that? I mean, even a 50% cut in full allocation to political appointees. Who is monitoring to ensure that this actually is happening? But when I say you can't touch it, it's not tangible enough. How much is this saving us exactly? 50% means nothing unless you can put a proper real value to it. That's what I maintain. Because when you look at the people's cut, the people's haircut, it is saving this economy in terms of debt servicing and the debt burden 137 billion cedis. So hard number. You can't get it wrong. But 50%, how much is it that the government afro is saving us when they cut 50% in terms of allocation? We don't know. So that is one of the key differences in the way the government is treating its afro and how they are treating the people's haircut. And then you come to limited budget. Then you come to only essential official foreign travel across government, including SOEs, shall be allowed. Only essential. Okay, so who defines what is essential and what is not? The few ministers that we saw post the budget, because this was in the budget, who traveled to Qatar to go and watch the Black Stars, was that an essential official foreign travel? It's a question we don't know. Maybe they went on their own volition, they used their own monies to buy the tickets, and this is on their own budget. So maybe, yeah, that didn't qualify. They're not using the taxpayers' money, so they didn't need to go through this sort of approval process. But those are fundamental, relevant questions that we need to ask. And there was more. Government-sponsored external training for officials also going to be cut, reduction of expenditure on appointments, suspension of housing utilities, and all non-government agencies will not be established in 2023, reduction in the size of convoys. These are good, but are they enough? And remember the discrepancy in the treatment of the people's haircuts and the government's afro cut is that these ones hard to quantify what they are delivering in terms of real value to you, but in the people's haircut, you can't quantify. Here it is. For the people's haircut, hard numbers, 137. And we did this calculation for you yesterday by ourselves, because then if you look at our total debt stock, this people's haircut will deliver 29.31% reduction in the total public debt. So the people's haircut clearly is going to deliver some significant huge benefits to us that you can quantify. So what percentage reduction in the public debt stock will the government afro cut deliver?